Now, thank you very much, Pastor, for allowing me into your office so that through this, the public may get to have an insight on this sensitive matter called depression, especially relating to spiritual matters. Thank you.
Welcome so much, Mr. Amondi. First of all, my name is Pastor Phinehas Muchui. I am one of spiritual leaders that is in Christian Union, Mount Kenya University, and you are so much welcome in this place.
Thank you very much. Maybe just to begin, what do you understand by the term depression?
Okay, I would say depression, it is a mental health disorder that is more characterized by change in attitude, mood, and the way someone actions or perceives things, the perception of things.
Exactly. Now, is there any connection between depression and spirituality?
Yeah, to answer that question, I will first of all start by saying that man is a spiritual entity existing in the tent of the body. And whatever you see in the physical man, it first of all started in the spiritual man. Because first of all, you must understand that we have the physical man, we have the part of conscience, that is the soul, the thinking part, the decision-making part, and then we have the spiritual part. Whatever that takes place in a mind of a person, it is affecting, that is the spiritual man and also the physical man. So the word of God says that whatever a man thinketh, that's who they are. So I will say that whatever you perceive in your mind, it will enter your spirit and henceforth affecting, that is your physical man.
Actually.
Yeah.
Now, what are some of the effects of depression on one's spiritual life?
Okay. So one of effects I will talk more about depressed mood, whereby people used to act in a certain way, they used to talk in a certain way, but just in a moment you find them, they have changed. Their way of doing things has changed, and even the way of perceiving things. Even, let's say they used to partake or to attend certain movements, then after a short time you start checking out change in the way they do their things. Then secondly, I will say talk about interest of activities. Like you will find people, they have started let's say it was classwork, you never find there anymore, and that will raise a concern. Another thing, it is more about changing sleep, appetite, and energy level, concentration, and also self-esteem. People start, let's say, to hate themselves and they see themselves lowly. I will talk more about that. Those are some of characteristics, and sometimes it is characterized by suicidal feelings, whereby somebody will start feeling like they're not supposed to live, and they don't have any reason to be alive. Yeah.
Now, combined all these factors we've talked about, can they affect now church as a whole?
I will say yes, because first of all, speaking from a biblical point, we see the church, it is defined as unity. It is like a body. That's why we talk more about the unity of believers, whereby if this finger is affected, the whole body will feel the pain. So I will say the church, it is going through a lot of pain because of some few individuals that are undergoing the so-called depression. Exactly. Because first of all, when, let's say, some of us have, or one of us, part of the church, they have went into that point of committing suicide. That is, it is a big, it affects the church in a great way. And in a way, we need to, we have come up with ways in which we can handle the same. Thank you.
The little knowledge I have in the Bible tells me that whatever is happening now had happened some days earlier, even the Bible. Now, is there any instance of depression in the Bible?
Yes, of course, we have many instances. I will start by giving some few examples here and there, like the case of David. When you study or you read the book of Psalms, that is in the book of Psalms 38, verse 4,
Yes.
we have a case where David is talking more about how he went through depression and the many cases whereby he came into that venge and his life came into a place of, let's say, no hope, no future, and we fight him talking and praying to the Lord for God to renew his strength for the same. Yeah. The second case, we have the case of Elijah after the Mount Carmel. That is context. We have seen Elijah go through some kind of depression whereby that is Jezebel was all against him and wanting to kill him. And we have seen Elijah going even to the part of asking the Lord to take his life because he felt like he never deserved to live. Alafu, another case about the same, we have the case of Job. The story of Job is well explained in Bible. Job was a man that went through a lot of pain, and we have seen him cry so much to the Lord, asking him why such pain and why such encounter in his life, whereas he never, let's say, did anything wrong, but at last we have seen God give him some hope and teach him and enable him to handle the same.
As a spiritual leader, how do you deal with depression cases among the congregants?
Okay, in church, that is Christian Union, Mount Kenya University. Of course, we have some ministries. We have some ministries that are entrusted into dealing with such cases. For instance, we have the so-called Ladies and Gents Ministry that handles social things and social matters in the church. They always handle cases, that is people who are suffering or going through depression, that is matters dealing with relationship and these things more about social life. And also we still have care ministry. It helps in handling cases that deals with more about challenges in life, people who don't have, let's say, they don't have food, they don't have clothes, and they don't have money to, let's say, buy personal things, and so those things. So we are trying to handle the case to our level best, and we still we have our pastor and many other people entrusted, the leaders in the church, who are also handling the same cases, and the office is always open for these people to come in and share their cases with us. Thank you.
Now, as a spiritual leader, do you sometimes receive cases of depression that warrant for referral to the next level? And where do we refer such cases?
Yes, of course, in the university we have specialists, those who deal with depression cases, that is the counseling department. And some cases that we are not able to handle, we always refer them to the counseling department so that they can get some more detailed counseling and advice about the situation.
So now, naturally, do you think God created us as human beings with some mechanisms that will help us naturally to cope up with depression and cases related to stress without having to consult the professionals like the psychiatrists and even the guidance counselors?
Okay, I will start. First of all, I will say that that is very tricky when it comes to handling the cases of depression. Because somebody saying that when a problem is shared, it is halfway solved. And there is no man that is an island.
Exactly.
God has created all of us with different abilities so that we can balance the nature. So I will first of all say you don't have to just sit down there and dying, thinking that you're going to handle the same. For instance, you can share with somebody. Those people, at least they will give you some hope and they will give you some counsel that will help you to uphold or to solve the situation. So personally, I will say you God has given us that point of being able to make decisions and to think out and outside the box.
Yes.
But I want to say that at least you need to share with people whom you think they can help you, but not everybody you share with.
It's okay. Now, as a spiritual leader, what is your message now to those people struggling with depression and even cases related to depression, like issues of stress? What is now your message to them, those in the university and even to the society at large?
Okay, thank you for that question. Life is a journey, and every journey has a route path. And of course, any route path has got a destination.
Exactly.
So I will start by saying that this life has got ups and downs and those challenges. As long as you living in this world, you cannot evade challenges, because when challenges come, they always come to make us strong and to make us able to handle such cases and such situations when, in case they arise some other time. And I want to say that failure is not failure, not until when somebody fails to learn from that failure, that when it becomes failure. So we need to learn to handle situations, and we need to know how to overcome such pressure. Exactly. Because when pressure comes, does not mean that is the end of yours. So first of all, I will urge all of us to think like the minority and act like the minority. Purpose to live your life fully, because of course life is short. A man has only a single life, or we don't have the second part of a life. You just have a single chance to live this life. So I will urge all of us learn to overcome challenges when they come, and adopt a mechanism in which you can handle such situations, and have people, positive energy people around you, people that you can share with, people that you can let's say get some time and talk with them, faithful people. Yeah.
Now, thank you very much, Pastor, for your time and also for your information. Thank you.
Welcome.